Do you get the feeling that someone might be using the law of attraction on you? Is there actually a way to tell if this is taking place? Should we be worried? Should we be worried we might be getting sabotaged? Stick around. Welcome back to another video. My name is Matt from QuickManifest.com, and in this video we're going to be talking about the possibility of the law of attraction being used on us, being used on you. Like someone else might be using it to try to create an outcome in your life. And here's the thing that a lot of us don't understand. The law of attraction is being used on us every single day, all the time. Whether directly or indirectly, it is happening. So you don't really need to know if this is taking place because it is. It just is. Now, before anybody has a heart attack or anything like that, there's obviously laws to this. And here's what it comes down to. Nobody has the ability to manifest anything that you don't want to happen in your life, okay? Nobody can create a situation for you that will not benefit you. And this is explained in the book, The Science of Getting Rich. And this book is by a guy by the name of Wallace Wattles. I love that name. And he used this analogy in the book involving a sewing machine. And it says, if you want a sewing machine, hold the mental image of it with the most positive certainty that it is being made or is on the way to you. After once forming the thought, have the most absolute and undistinguishable faith that the sewing machine is coming. Never think of it or speak of it in any other way other than it's going to arrive to you soon. Claim it as already yours. It will be brought to you by the power of the supreme intelligence acting upon the minds of men. If you live in Maine, it may be that a man will be brought from Texas or Japan to engage in some transaction which will result in your getting what you want. If so, the whole matter will be as much to the man's advantage as it is to yours. Okay, and I understand that book's old, so some of those words might have been jumbled up. But the last line is what really matters and what we should focus on. And it says, if so, the whole matter will be as much to that man's advantage as it is to yours. Remember, the universe, God, supreme intelligence, whatever name you want to give it, wants to give everyone well-being, wants to give everyone the life of their desires. The universe isn't biased and likes one person over another, right? The universe isn't going to act on one person's behalf without ensuring the benefit of the other person in the manifestation. So don't think for a second that somebody can use the law of attraction on you in a bad way, okay? If somebody is, has a manifestation or something like that and has you involved in it, whatever the case is, the end result of that manifestation will be just as much of a benefit to you as it is the person that manifested it. Just as it was with the sewing machine, right? Both parties benefited greatly. So even let's say you were competing for a job with another person. If that other person, did what we know of manifestation, if they held the image in their head of them, receiving the job and did so with so much certainty that they did get the job and you did not, that means that the job was not meant for you. That means that the universe has something bigger, better in store for you. But you just might not be able to see that yet. Not getting the job was absolutely for your benefit, right? So it's funny, in my own life, I actively know of somebody that used the law of attraction on me. My wife. So about 4 years ago, my wife moved, this is before we knew each other, my wife moved from Brazil to the United States, and she had recently had a very bad breakup, and one night she had a dream where she saw a guy named Matt. And she didn't know how she knew his name was Matt, but she just felt that it was, and she just knew that this person, she didn't know what she looked like, but she knew that he made her feel happy, and he was silly and he was loving, and he added a lot of love into her life. And again, she couldn't really picture anything else more, but just the fact that she could really feel those qualities. And so sometimes before she'd go to bed at night, she'd close her eyes and she'd picture this Matt person. So what do you think happened? About 2 or 3 weeks later, me and her met. And at the time I wasn't looking for a relationship, but something really drew me into her. And the moment I saw her, my mouth just dropped wide open. And long story short, we fell in love, and now we've been married for 3 years. But I myself couldn't be happier with her. Like, my life could not get any better. She adds a beautiful layer to my life that I didn't know was even possible. So even though she may have used the law of attraction on me in a sense, I'm so glad she did. This was my benefit and for my highest good, just as much, if not more, than it was for her. So, in other words, the whole matter was as much as to my advantage as it was to hers, to, quote what the book kind of says. So, and it's funny, I'll give you one more example, because this just happened to me yesterday. My wife and I recently just moved into a new housing complex, and I met our next door neighbor for the first time just yesterday. And it's funny, she came up to me and she said, "Oh, I was praying for a wonderful, quiet couple like you guys that would come and move into this house, because the neighbors that lived there before were so loud all the time. And once they moved out, I just put all my faith that a nice, young, quiet couple would move in next door to me." And guess what? She manifested us, right? She used the law of attraction to get us to move in to the house next door to hers. But here's the thing, we love where we live. It's quiet. It's right by this big lake that I get to see from my balcony. It's a great location. So this, again, this was just as much to our advantage as it was to our neighbor's advantage, who manifested it. So basically, to wrap this up, don't get caught up or worried in this idea that someone is using, the law of attraction and it might be something bad on me or negative, because that's not possible. Okay? Remember, anything that happens will be for the highest good of everyone involved. The universe has your back, okay? The universe has your back. You can put that full confidence, and it will make sure you are never, ever steered from the path to living the life that you truly want. And that's not only, a fact, that's a law. So don't get caught up in this idea that someone might be able to sabotage me, do this. No. Okay, you've got a very, very powerful being behind you, supporting you every single step of the way. So that should be the last thing you ever have to worry about, okay? I am so grateful that we got to connect today. Please make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you did enjoy it. Once again, before you go, please check out some of the other videos you have right here on the screen. I'm sure you will enjoy them. Other than that, we'll see everybody next time.